The Joe Rogan Experience.
Wild times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wild times when people celebrate people getting killed now. Like, that never happened before. Like, even when someone bad got killed before, you're like, oh, wow, that's kind of crazy.
I've been thinking a lot about this.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, I don't think we all exist in the same reality anymore. Not on some multiverse shit,
Right.
but, like, just, like, how
we see the world.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's, like, especially with Charlie's death, because I was in Australia when it happened, so, like, I had time. Like, I wasn't doing pods, I wasn't doing stand-up, I'm just, like, sitting around in a trailer all day this movie, so I, like, started watching, like, a bunch of his stuff. Also, I want to say he did something really cool. Like, I didn't really know him, but, like, you DM'd a couple times, but he saw a headline about me once, and he DM'd me. And, like, I don't even have a relationship with this guy. He goes, this headline looks a little weird. Like, I know we don't really know each other, but, like, is this what you meant? And, like, there are people who I know I've considered colleagues that haven't even afforded that to me.
Yeah.
They just ran with a headline and, like, made a video, got clicks, views, or whatever like that.
Right.
Like, this guy I don't even know hits me up and goes, is this what you meant?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I
Anyway.
met him once at a gun range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I met him at Terran Tactical. So I was down there training. You know, do you know what Terran
This is
Tactical
the one where
is?
you see, like, a lot of, like,
Yes,
celebs.
the
that go-
one where you
yeah.
see celebs. He trained Keanu Reeves for John Wick. He's the man. Like, Taron Butler is like a multiple-time world champion shooter of those, you know, the events that they have where it's timed or a shooter ready.
Yeah.
So I met him there. He seemed like a real nice guy. You know, I didn't know anything about him back then. I didn't know much about his beliefs and views that were controversial until after he got killed. And then people started sending me stuff. And I was like, okay, what's the context of this?
That's
he shouldn't have said it that way. There was some ones that we've talked about before. One specifically, you know, but look, the fucking guy, first of all, was 31 years old.
Yeah.
All right. When I was 31, thank God there wasn't like Twitter, or especially when I was 21. Oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. You know, judging like that's like that Nick Fuentes kid. He's like 26. Like, thank God. It didn't exist when I was fucking 21.
Dude, yeah.
I was a fucking moron. I was a complete moron, like most people, especially if you grow up around morons.
Yeah.
But I think he said a few things that if I was his friend, I would say, don't say it like that. I know what you're trying to say, but don't ever say, when I go into a cockpit, I hope that the pilot, if he's black, is qualified. I know what you're trying to say. You shouldn't hire underqualified pilots.
Yeah.
But saying it like that,
Just because of the color of their skin.
He's probably not hanging out with black people, not knowing how offensive that's going to be
Right.
for them. How you got to go, that's not what I meant. Like, you got to, that's not what I meant before you say it.
Yeah.
You got to run it through the filter. Like, what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
We all don't want unqualified people to do dangerous fucking jobs, period. Doesn't matter what race they are. If all of a sudden white people became a minority and they had to start hiring dopey whites,
we'd be upset. And he
would
makes
be
that argument a
fucked.
lot. Like, he makes it with sports. You know, he's like, all right, if the NFL is going to be 50% black and, you know, like, so, but again, like, the context is taken out.
Yes.
And I think that's what happened. Like, the algorithm flattens all of us into a two-dimensional person. And, like, only the views that tap into, you know, your biggest insecurities, your biggest fears, not the views, only like the lines we say or the videos, whatever, that tap into those things.
Or what terrible things you want confirmed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The things you won't confirm. Like, that's what the algorithm does. And, like, I realized it when I was doing, like, a promo tour for Life, my last special, right? I would go on a couple pods that, like, and, like, maybe, like, 10, 15, 20 minutes into the conversation, I would realize, like, oh, wow, they have a very different view of me than me.
The New York Times one.
No, well, the New York Times one, I was, like, expecting it for sure. But even when I went on Dax's podcast, Dax knew me. But his co-host, I was like, oh, she has an idea of me that's, like, cultivated by the internet and headlines.
Cartoonish.
Exactly. And it's just a flattened version, right? It's like there's really no humanity in it. It's just these are the things that people are saying that I'm saying with no context.
Right.
And then you just create an archetype. And, like, I think in a lot of ways that's the Charlie thing to the furthest extreme, right? It's just like, if you're on the right, there's one version of Charlie. If you're on the left, there's another version of Charlie.
Right.
And when he died, this person that you saw as, like, a good, God-fearing man, you're, like, heartbroken by it. And then on the left, this person you saw that was, like, bigoted or hateful, you're like, okay, I'm not really heartbroken by it. Some people are even crazy enough to be like, he deserved it, or this is what you get, right? But they can only have that feeling if he's completely dehumanized the version of him that they see all the time. Mm-hmm. That happens to you. It happens to me. It happens to like anybody who's on the internet talking, for a few hours a week. And when I saw that shit, and especially I saw like this visceral reaction to Charlie, that's what sows the insanity in the country, because the people on the left are seeing the people on the right be heartbroken, but they're like, why are you heartbroken over this guy who's a bigot? And the people on the right are seeing the people on the left celebrating. They're like, why are you celebrating the death of this God-fearing family man? And both sides just think each other is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
When in reality, he's neither of those cartoons.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.